This is everything. This is very simple and very ordinary and very normal, and very easy, just what is happening. And we are so used to think about what we are doing, or think about what is the best way of what we are doing, or what is a good way to do it, or what would be nice, or how can I feel better, or all those questions. This is saying there's only this, and this is just what's happening. So it can be drinking coffee or feeling angry. And the funny thing is, we're so convinced that there's someone inside, there's someone doing everything, that the body is yours, that the thoughts are yours, that you have a life and you have to do your life, or you have to live your life in the best way you can and make the right decisions and things like that. The funny thing is, there's no one. It's just empty. It's just body. And there's nothing inside. That's really strange, because when we are just walking and doing things, it's so convincing that everything is real. The body is real, circumstances are real, the world is real. It's so convincing. It's, you could say from an early age on, it's so convincing that everything is real, and there's some way to live your life, to do things the right way. And there's underneath that, there's a feeling of there's something not right yet. There's something not going right. There's something in the world that has to be better. There's something in me that have to be a better way. I have to improve. I have to develop myself, or I have to do better instead of what I did. Maybe it's better to do that. And there's always something beneath that, something underneath that. And that's a huge feeling of being not worthy, being not good enough, something like that. And that's so strong. That's so strong. And from that, there's also a huge drive to make it right. That's so strong. It's so normal that most people don't see that as some drive. It's just the way it is. And there's something. Some people are maybe more sensitive to what's going on, what's this, and then there are some questions about what is that, and that's because there's a me. You could, yeah, because it's not because it's so convincing. There's someone inside, and when there's someone inside, there's immediately there's two. So there's two, there's you and the world, you and other people, you and circumstances. And you have to deal with that. When there's no you, when that's very obvious, there's no you, it's just going. And the funny thing is, it's already like that. So that really strong belief, there's someone, it's only a dream. Just life is going like always. It's just happening in a certain way with no one in it. And the only dream is that there's a huge belief there's someone doing it, you are doing it, and you have to do it right. But that's only a dream. So life, when there's no me, it's just the same. There's nothing changing. There's not a better life, or there's not all the time happiness, things like that. It's just the same. It's just the only thing there isn't is that huge belief, or that going on like, oh, I have to do that. What is this? Why I'm doing this? Oh, I didn't did the right thing. Oh, all those thoughts, they are not there anymore. It's just that. But that's so normal that in a way it's not even a big thing. And in another way, it's huge. It's huge because there's nothing going on like there's something wrong or there has something to change. And in the same time, it's no escape. So nothing is going to be better. It's just the same. And if there's pain, there's just pain. And if there's a feeling of like this, then that's there. And in a strange way, you can also see when there's no me, it's very obvious nothing is real. That's also very odd. A lot of people can't even hear this. I think most people can't even hear this because it's so convincing. It's not even convincing, it's just the truth that everything is real and we have to deal with that. And when somebody is saying like, there's nothing real, that seems too odd and too strange. The funny thing is it's real and unreal in the same time. And it doesn't matter. You don't need to say all the time, oh, nothing is real, or that doesn't matter because nothing is real, because that's a new way, new method to deal with everything that's going on. It's just not real. In a funny way, when nothing is real, that's the freedom. Because nothing matters. It's just what is. And there's no escape. So there can be feelings, but it's not my feeling. It's just feeling or sensation somewhere. And there's not my body. It's not a real body with a solid body with me inside or everything. There's nothing inside. Everything is empty. It's such a strange thing. You can't understand. You can't make an image of it. Maybe you can make an image of it, but in the same time, it's also very strange. This is not about believing what I'm saying or understanding what I'm saying. That doesn't matter. It doesn't need to. If it's different, if you think it's not like that, then they're thinking it's not like that. That's also what is. So this is not a discussion about what is better or what is better to do or a philosophical way of looking at life. It's just describing what's going on, what is seen here. And yeah, that's it. That's it. And it's nice to talk about it, and maybe there are questions, or maybe there are something people want to say. Some of you want to say something about this. Please do unmute yourself and we'll see what's happening.
Hi, Rose.
Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to say that when I first came across this, what you're talking about, it would have been Tony Parsons. And straight away, it was as if there was a sudden doubt as to what had been assumed all the time. And it almost feels like since that initial, something's been trying to persuade me to close that doubt, if you know what I mean.
But the doubt about
how I've always never questioned what is real, what does real mean, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, when I first heard him, the thing that made me laugh the most was when he said that there are no individuals.
Yeah.
And that's what really did it
Yeah.
like that. But, well, I don't suppose there is a but. It's just there is an expectation of how the alternative might be.
Yeah.
And it's like the mind tries to construct a new reality that can be believed in.
Yeah.
And that's not quite right either. So anyway, just
Yeah. Of course, but that's the only thing the thoughts and the mind or the me or how you can say it can do. That's the only way. So it will go on. Like trying to make an image of it or to understand or make it believe or anything. And what I had in the beginning when this was just suddenly like that, and then after a while there was some cramps in the body, and I always thought, oh, those cramps, oh, that's the me, something like that. So I was thinking, oh my God, it's back again. And there was a doubt about, is this really no me anymore? Or what is that? And then after a while, those doubts didn't come anymore. And it's when there's doubt, there's just thoughts. It's just thoughts like that. But we are so used to take it serious. And when that's happening, that's just how it goes. Because it's so strong to deal with thoughts and deal with what's in the mind or what's in the seems to be in the body. But it's only what's happening. It's just thoughts without any meaning. But whoa, what thoughts seems to be very real and have a meaning or serious or something like that.
Yes. Yes. And being on a Zoom meeting like this seems to be almost a different world from once the Zoom meeting is finished.
Yeah.
It's like I want to hold on to that's in the Zoom meeting, but that's not possible. It just seems like I enter a different world almost on these things.
Yeah. But in one way, it's a different world because there's no story, and in the same time, it's the same because it's just what is happening, and it can be anything. That can be a lot of thoughts going on. There's nothing excluded. So when there's closing the computer and drinking coffee and having a lot of thoughts or feelings, that's what's happening. It's the same. It's just the same. But it seems like there's when there's a me, a lot of times there's thinking this is a state, this is a certain way of living. It's not.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no one doing it, but if there's a feeling like I'm doing it or a thought, then that's what's happening. That's not wrong or not right yet, or I'm not there. I'm not there yet. That's a lot of thinking like that. I had that long time. I'm not. It's not. This is. At first, it was like development and personal growth, and then it was about I want to lose my me, something like that. It will never happen. How can a me losing the me? It's already not there, but that's so strange. And it's not about believing, it's energetic. So just life is just going on, but it's already complete, like it is. It's already only unconditional love. It's just that. It can't be different. It can't be anything else. It's just what's happening, the way the moving's going, the way you're doing things or talking. In the talking, whatever talking it is it. It doesn't matter what it is. Nothing is excluded. It's everything.
Thank you, Rose.
Oh, thanks. Okay, I see a lot of chats. Wait. The comment that got me from Tony was when he said, "It's all a big joke. What a huge affront to the importance of the meat agenda." Wow, yeah. Everything seems so important. Yeah, sure. I like that, Ian, somebody saying. It certainly was a shock then, and the first example of authentic compassion. Yeah, can be there, sure. I can relate to that. And I had that shock too. I was like, oh God, for me, it was so much fear when I met Tony. Also, like, oh, something completely, how can you say, it's not understand, but I didn't understand it. But there was something going on like, this is it. But oh God, it was huge fear also. Because it's a threat to that whole system of me being important and trying to get it, trying to make it right, trying to do the right thing, and just put so much energy in that. That's how you see. That's my life. That's going on. Like, oh, everything is going on about how can I do it? What is the best way? And how? All the time busy with that. And then suddenly there's somebody saying, there's no one. God, wow, that whole dream, that whole seemingly life, it's just nothing. Oh, and it seems to be the most important thing of your life. Wow. And always being on the way to getting there, it never ends. No. The funny thing is, always on the way to get there, that's what's happening. That's it. When you're walking, that step is it. It's not a goal somewhere else. It's just that step, that thought, that moving. It's so close. It's closer than you can even imagine. It's just what's happening. Maybe there's a feeling or a sensation or a moving or thinking, I don't know. Then that's the thought. That's it. Nothing needs to happen. It's already there. That's the joke. Wow, it's amazing that we are so convinced that it's not right yet. And that's so deeply embodied. And then, oh God, it's just this. It's so normal, simple. You can't even tell anybody. This is it. You walk outside and you say, yeah, this is it. People look at you like, okay. You can't tell. Why should you? Because there's no one to tell. There's nothing is real. There's no other persons, no individuals. There's just what's happening. Just energy. And it's so easy and simple. It's just by itself. Life is going by itself. It's like childhood's innocence has been covered over by a fake responsibility. Yeah. It's just like childhood. There's no responsibility. Those abstract, that's human. We're so capable in a certain age that starts to being capable of abstracting everything. And responsibility is an abstracting of what is. It's just what is. And then we think, yeah, but I'm here and I have to deal with that and I've taken responsibility and it's always the world about being right and wrong. It's always about right and wrong and trying to feel good, moving away from fear or pain, trying to feel happy all the time. That's not life. Like look at children. It's everything. It's fear. It's playing. It's falling. It's pain. It's everything. Just like that. People, when there's responsibility, it's trying to take control about everything. And taking control seems that it's more safe, and then we can live in that. But it's also dull and less alive. But there's never control. The funny thing is, there has never been control. It's only in the dream that they're thinking there's control. But life is just going, like, for no reason, just like that. Just anything can happen. We don't know. There's only not knowing. We don't know. Another chat. In childhood, there's no time. Just this. Yes, there's no time. Yeah, but there's never time, of course. That's also an abstract thing, that there's time, that there's before and there's after. That's very strong. That there's time. It's when some people can see, yeah, there's no past and there's no future. That's maybe more, you can see that. But there's no before and there's no after. There's only this. And some people say it's only now. It's not. I think it's not the same. It's just this. Because you're living in the now, there's someone living in now. There's not, that sounds too complicated. It's more simple. It's just this. And that's always there, of course. And it's always changing. It's always new. Just this. Just a sensation, drinking coffee, or thoughts, walking. And everything is just apparent. That's also a huge thing. That seems so real. Everything seems so solid and real. And for that, it seems to be very important. Nothing is real. It's just like children. They are just playing. Yeah. But it can be very painful. But it can be pain, very strong pain, or any feeling. But the funny thing is, when there's pain, it's also no pain. It's in the same time. It's there, it's apparently there and not. You can't make an image of that. It's just energetic. And suddenly it's like, oh, it's like that. Oh, you can only describe it, and that's it. And maybe some people recognize it or not. Doesn't matter. Another chat. Adults seem to be stuck in their heads, concerned with consequence. Yeah, and sometimes in feelings, some people are very mental and trying to figure it out. Other people are more emotional, they're trying to feel everything. There are a lot of methods and a lot of ways to deal with everything. But it's always about me doing something with my life. It's my life, my body, my thoughts. There's no me, there's no one. But it's not something special. There's no one. Oh, she has no me, or something like that. It's very simple. There's just already no me. It's not a big thing. It's already like that. It's only a dream that there's a me. But, ooh, it's an hypnotic, convincing dream. Embodied dream also. Yeah, very strong. So it's an energetic thing. When there's no me, it's energetic. It's not about knowing there's no me or feeling there's no me or something like that. That's a new way of living the same thing. a dreamed experience. Yeah, when there's a me, then there seems to be experiencing everything. And the experience seems to convince that there's someone having experiencing. And that's can create beliefs about how things are going or what is your life. Or experience is part of the me. It can be very convincing. It's a dream. There's no me, there's no story. The me is the story. That's that whole, seems to be that whole survival system. There's just what is. There's just what's happening. It's very simple. But we are so into that story. And then it's sort of strange then hearing there's just this. Then it seems to be something special, but at the same time, it's not. It's very simple. Nothing is going on. It's not a whole day saying, oh, this is it. Oh, this is it. Nothing is going on about that. There's nothing mentioning it. That's what the me does. Me does always mention it or name it, giving it a name, trying to making something of it, or to understand or to work it out. There's no need for that. It's just what is. That's just life going like that, apparently. Nothing is happening. It's just, it seems to be that. Oh, wow. That's the freedom. And which way, there's another chat. Which way does it go? Is it experience dreaming of me, dreaming of experience? Oh, is it experience dreaming of me, dreaming of, I even can't understand that question. It doesn't go anywhere. It seems to be an experience, but it's not feeling that this is a dream. It's feeling it's very convincing. This is real. This is real. This is my life. This is my body. This is my experience. It's just feeling something. It's just a sensation somewhere. It's not even in the body. It seems to be in the body, but it's not even that. That's also by experience. When there's a belief, a huge embodied belief that the body is there and it's your body, then the sensations seems to be in your body and seems to be yours. That's your experience. Belief and experience go together. And when that's there, it's there. It's a dream. Another chat. But doesn't preferred experience deaden aliveness? Oh God. No, it's not like that. It's aliveness is always just there. That's just life's going on. And when there's the dream, it seems like it's how can you say that? It's not like that. It just seems to be very important, and all the energy is about having a better life and being into experiences. So it's feeling like there's resistance, or it's not whole, or it's not what do you say, it's strome. It is not stream. No, how do you say stroma? It's not going like that. It's just flow. Yeah, it's not flowing. But the funny thing is, it's not about just flowing or aliveness, like everything is just wow going and this like that. It's everything. So when there's the body is stuck in a way, then that's everything. That's the completeness. That's the whole. It's not about moving very subtle, very easy. It's the way the moving is. That's it. And when there's like that, then that's what's happening. That's the completeness. Nothing is wrong. That's not wrong. So there's nothing deadening something else. It's just the way it seems to be the best when the experience, when there's a me, it seems like everything, when it's flowing, then there's the freedom of a feeling. There has to be a certain feeling of freedom or the feeling of happiness or things like that. And when that's like, oh, a bit like, then that's what's happening. But it feels like, it's not flowing. It's not, I want to have a better experience. That's so strong. But when there's, that's what's happening. That's it. This is not about a better life or that everything is flowing or happy or things like that. It's just what it is. It's just what is happening. It's very simple and concrete. But it's not, maybe it's not what the me wants. Me wants a body who is what is functioning and wants a life, what is working and things like that. Money, things like that. But it's everything. So it's already there. It's already there. The only thing there is, when there's a me, it's like, no, there isn't. Something like, but, yeah, it's there, but that's me. That's the only difference. If there is nothing happening, what is it that notices what is? There seems to be a part of the human makeup that believing a certain way is truer than actual experience. Yeah, that's what talking about a part of the human is already abstracting things. There's nothing happening, but it's also it's everything. But everything is an appearance. So there's nothing, and in the same time there's also apparently everything. That's what is seen, the screen or the feelings or what is felt. So that you could say that's noticed. It's just, yeah, what is noticed. But it's an appearance. So that it's nothing, but it seems to be real and solid. And it's very convincing. When there's a me, then there's two things. There's me and the world, or me and a relation with another person, with a mother or other people. And then that's threatening because you have to deal with everything. And there's no me. There's no dealing with anything. There's nothing going on. There's, at the same time it is, but nothing is important. Then that's happening. There's no escape. It's not only like, oh, this very relaxed and nothing is happening and God, how wonderful life is. No, it's not like that. It's just everything. It's just normal. It can be like, oh God, I don't want this. And then, but that can happen in the thought, but it's just also very clear that's what's happening. I don't want to lose in the game. And then it's gone. It's just normal. It's just human, normal feelings. But it's there and it's not there. That's the freedom. Nothing is real. And it's not knowing nothing is real. That's something else. It's just not real. And there's no world. There's also no world. There's no inside. There's no before and no after, I said. But there's also no inside and outside. That's also abstracting everything. That's what humans can and do. There's no inside. And there's also no outside. So there's no world. There's only this, what is seen, a room, something like that. But there's nothing outside. That's abstracting. That's abstract thoughts, like in a film, you imagine that it's there. And there's different scenes, and then in between the human brain can abstract, so it seems like a whole story. It's not like that. That's the same thing. There's no world. There's no other humans. There's just this. It's very small and simple and tiny. It's not a big thing in how you deal with the world. There's no world. There's just this. And I can be talking about what's happening in the world. That can happen. Well, and then it's drinking coffee, something like that. Another chat. Oh, we are in the chat today. If there's nothing happening, oh no, that I didn't already say. Isn't having preferencing the chat strategy of escape and also trying to control the future? Yeah, preferences can happen, but they are not important. So, but most of the time, preferences, if you have a preference, it's wanting to have that. Maybe I want tea instead of coffee, but that's just a preference. No meaning inside. But when there's a me, everything seems important, and to have that, or that it's working in that way, or it's having, you want to have that because that's important for your life. And at the same time, there can be, and as to control the future, that's the escape. That's controlling the future. That's wanting to be safe, trying to be safe all the time, to have, because there's a huge fear somewhere, and a huge feeling of not having control and not knowing. And when there's a me, what the me does is trying to make it known. So you think when it's known and it's controlled, then it's safe. Of course it isn't, but it's a nice dream to have. And then suddenly, there's something happening and woof. Oh, wow, there's no control. And it seems a big thing, but at the same time, there already was no control. So it's an escape from what is, but it's an embodied escape. It's so strong. Yeah. Okay, another one. Can we say all there is appearance, which exclude I and its abstractions? It's everything is an appearance, and it's not. It's not there, and it seems to be there. It's an appearance. So that's it. And the me is just never there. It's just a dream. So the me is not an appearance. The me is not real. It's just, yeah, it's just a dream. It's an illusion. And an appearance can be there seems to be walls, but it's there and not there. It's an appearance, but the me is not an appearance. It's just nothing. It's just not there. It's a dream. And the story is also a dream, an abstracting of everything. of the apparent everything. There's no story. And it's not wrong. It's just when they're subtracting and it's believing and it seems to be important, then that's what's happening. Nothing is wrong. It's just what's happening. It's neutral. Everything is neutral. Nothing is going anywhere. So it doesn't matter. When they're subtracting, then they're subtracting. That's life. It's just life. It's energy, apparently, like that. Another one. Another question for the chat. Rose, when you say it's real and unreal, how do you mean it's real if it's only a dream? Seems to be real. Yeah, it seems to be real. That's it. See, it's not a dream. The dream is the whole story. Like, I want to do this, or this is my life, and how can I have to work? How can I work it out? And how can I reach what I want to reach or do? That's the dream. And what is about real and unreal is like coffee. Drinking coffee is real and it's there. It's apparently there, and it's not. A cup of coffee, it's there. It seems to be real, but in the same time, it's not. It's an apparent. It's an apparent. It's energy, and nothing is there. And in the same time, it seems to be a cup of coffee. So the dream is something else. That's how. It's the whole thing about me having a life and trying to work it out and develop and reach and things like that. But it's not only, it's not real. It's both. It's apparently real. If you see a wall, you can't say, oh no, there is no wall. No. It seems to be a wall. But it's just energy, life walling, you could say, something like that. It's not real. It's apparently real. So it's not solid. And then you think, oh, tok, 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 tok. But it's solid. Because it's so convincing when you then you think, oh, that is solid. No, it's just a sensation somewhere. It has nothing to do with solid. It's just that sensation. And then there's that sensation. And sound, maybe. We are so into trying to understand, and maybe this helps or something like that. This doesn't help. This doesn't need to understand it. There's no need for help. This is going nowhere. It's already there. It's already this. It's already what is happening. Very tiny and simple. Another chat. It seems that the only species that loves is in conflict with what is not going its way. It seems that the only species that loves is in conflict with what's not going its way. Oh, yeah. Laughs is about laughing. It's about laughing. When there's a me, when there's seems to be a me, there's always trying to do it my way, thinking this is the best way for me. What is the best for me? That's always like me is the most important, the center of the world, the most important center of the world. And everything is about me. How can I do anything to make myself more comfortable, more happy, more safe, more anything. It's always about yourself and always about me. It's very strong. And when there's no me, when there's said there's no me, whoa, there's suddenly a threat of the most important thing, what was being busy with all day, like, oh, I want to feel better, and it's not in the mind all the way, like, oh, I want to feel better, or this is about me, and I want to have it. When there's a decision, and you think, oh, when I decide that, then it will be going that way, and it's not. There's always thinking like, oh, what did I do? What, or that person doesn't work with me, or I'm not heard, or oh, did I do the right thing? Or maybe, oh, there's a lot of things going on when it's not going your way. There's no control. We think thoughts are helping to do it in a certain way. That's the dream. Thoughts don't have any energy, or no any power. It's just energy. Nothing has any power. It's just life is just going. Regardless if there's someone or not someone, it seems to be someone or not someone, it doesn't matter. And it seems to be there's someone, and inside that body there's someone, and there are other persons, and it's important to deal with anything and to help people. There are no individuals, there are no other people, it's just bodies. And it's not solid bodies, it's empty. So it's there and not there. So there's no need for help. It's just what it is. And it's not saying to somebody who needs help, who thinks it's needing help, oh, it's just what it is. Ah, that's awful. That's a new way of trying to deal with what is said here. When there's people coming and maybe they're needing help, maybe there's a response or not, I don't know. Anything can happen. There's nothing going on like, oh, that other person is important, I'm important, and what shall we do? And when there's someone, and there seems to be that whole dream and that whole survival system about I'm here and very important, and or the thinking is, oh, I'm not important, but that's the same thing. It's important. Then it's be busy with you all day, thinking I'm important or I'm not important. That's the same thing. And then it seems to be important to help other people because maybe there's a good feeling. But it's not always in the thinking, oh, I do that because of that. It's just like, yeah, it can be a survival system. But it's always about me doing the right thing. There's no right thing. Everything is the right thing. There's no wrong. There's no wrong. Wow, that's the longing. Nothing is wrong. Wow, that's the longing. That's huge. That wanting that somebody is saying, oh, what is be done? That everything is just what it is. It's not wrong. It's not right. It's just what it is. No, nothing going on about you have to do it better. Nothing needs to change. It's just what it is. So saying anything, that's what's happening. That's just life in words, saying words. That's it. How can life be wrong? It's just what seems to happen. It's not. It's also real and unreal. It's an apparent happening, but you don't need to know or to see that. That can suddenly be clear, but maybe not. Doesn't matter. Just what is happening, the thoughts moving. That's it. I am another one. The joke punchline is always someone else being in a worse situation than you are. What a strange way to feel better. Yeah. It's always comparing. Yeah, sure. Somebody, it's always about need and taking care, and that we call love. That's wow. Yeah. It's very nice too that somebody needs you. But everything is unconditional love. It's unconditional. It's just nothing is wrong. Of course, how can life be wrong? It's just what's happening, apparently. Nothing is wrong. Everything is complete. If life is always right, why are we concerned with judging? Because when there's someone, it doesn't feel that everything is right. Nothing is wrong. So there can be, when there's a me, there's always looking at yourself, like there's someone looking, there's awareness and looking at yourself and looking at the world. There's always two, so there's right and wrong. Again, there's right and wrong, and looking at yourself and thinking, oh, what did I do? Oh no. And that it's so embodied. So it's not only thoughts, it's such an embodied sense of not being right, or that's not worthy, or something like that. So in that, it is seen, what is happening, it's seen in that light. Everything what seems to happen is influenced by that, you could say, if you talk about the story. So it's huge trying to make it right and to judge that gives, yeah, that can be, I don't know, feeling of control or feeling more safe, and it can be anything. It depends on the survival system, how that works. Yes, a lot of systems are different, so there can be judging, there can be thinking, and somebody is doing things and I go, God, what an awful person, something like that. Of course, why not? That's it. But it's nothing going on about this is important and this is meaning something. No, it's just thinking, whoa, what an awful thing, awful reaction or anything. It's just normal. This is not a holy way of dealing with life. Anger can happen. It's energetic. This is energetic. So anything can happen. It's, how can you say, molecules and things like that. And it seems to have a body. So it seems to be a real person. And then that's what's going out. It seems to be a real reaction. And then we are thinking, oh, this is somebody and that is another person. So I'm doing that to that other person. And then there's a whole thing going on about, oh, I don't like that. And then that's the whole dream. There's just that reacting, and that's it's not real. It's just energy. But when light falls on that, it seems like really a body and persons, and we can abstract and look at it, and it seems very real and solid and really happening. So there seems to be a real world, and it's very convincing when you grow up in it. It's more and more embodied and convincing that you are there and there's a whole world and other persons and you have to deal with that. It's energy. There's nothing going on. It's just molecules like that. That's it. Nothing is important. No one is important. There's no one. Nothing is important. It's just what is happening, apparently. And everything is unconditional love already. It's that body, that's life bodying. It's unconditional love. It's just love for no reason. And then people say, why you think it's love? Well, I don't know. It's just a way of expressing. Some people call like silence or love. It's just, I don't know. It's just love. Unconditional. It's everything. It's everything. There's nothing excluded. It's just feeling like that. Then that's like that. That's life. That's it. That's it. For no reason. For no reason. Not because and not why and not. That's just a dream. That can be there. Then that's all those energy and thoughts, thoughting. Then that's what's happening. It's just life. Everything is life. It's just thoughts are aliveness. Thoughts is unconditional love. Watching television is unconditional love. Everything, it can't be not unconditional love. You can't be out of unconditional love, it's everything. And when there's a me, it seems like there's someone out of love, but it can't be out of love. Oh, it's already time. There, there's someone saying to me, it's time. So there's time, I think. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for joining. It's great.